what's up guys, it's Jor from Teasers Books, and today I'm going to be doing a book haul and an unboxing. So I recently acquired some books, both from publishers and just buying them myself, as well as a few book boxes, so I thought I would show those to you today. So let's start with the packages. The first one is a package from Indigo, and I actually won this package in a giveaway from Indigo Teen on their Twitter account, which was super amazing, and I'm very excited to show you guys what I got. I guess we'll go one at a time. So the first book is Tweet Cute by Emma Lord. This is a meet cute book about Pepper and Jack. Pepper's family owns one of the biggest burger companies in the United States, while Jack's family owns like a mom and pop burger shop. And when Pepper's family's business steals Jack's family business grilled cheese recipe, they end up getting into a Twitter war fight, which ends up going viral. And while that is happening, they don't even realize that they're actually talking to each other in an instant messaging app and falling for each other. It's kind of like a star-crossed lovers kind of story, and it has been all over my feed online recently, and everyone has been saying that it's really good, and it seems like one of those really lighthearted contemporaries that would be perfect to read as soon as the weather gets a bit nicer. Definitely gonna try to pick this up within the next few months, and it is relatively short, so it is the perfect contemporary book. I just have really good feelings about this one. And next we have What I Like About You by Marissa Cantor. This book is actually an ARC which comes out in April of 2020, which is super exciting. This book actually sounds really interesting because it is very related to the young adult book world. This is about two people. One girl's name is Hallie and the boy's name is Nash. And Hallie is actually a book blogger, but she goes by the name of Kells online, and she's this really big young adult book blogger. She is online friends with Nash, and then when she moves to Nash's hometown and meets him, they end up kind of talking to each other. And basically, because I'm not saying this very well, the tagline says, "Can a love triangle have only two people in it?" because Nash doesn't realize that Hallie is Kells in real life. I think the cover is adorable, and I'm so excited that this is so heavily ingrained in young adult fandom, and I have a really good feeling about this. It says it's the perfect cross between To All the Boys I Loved Before and You've Got Mail, so a really good young adult rom-com. Next we have, I believe, another finished copy because it's a hardcover. So this is Love Boat Taipei by Abigail Hing Wen. So the synopsis is fairly vague with this one, but this girl named Ever is actually shipped off to this boarding school, and her parents believe that it's actually some very strict, intense schooling, where in reality it is actually a love boat where prodigies of really rich parents just basically goof around for the summer. And from my understanding, Ever has to basically have this internal battle of whether she should join the fun or stay true to what her parents want her to do and focus on her studies. And I haven't heard a lot about this book other than seeing everyone post pictures about it. I think it's really interesting to see how a family raises someone really impacts the decisions they make in life, so I have a feeling that will heavily play into this story as well. And the last book that I won from Indigo is By the Book by Amanda Sellett, which is also an ARC that comes out in May 2020. This is actually super exciting because I actually requested this book on NetGalley and was not given a copy, so this is perfect because I really want to read this novel. So this book is about a girl named Mary who's preparing to start high school, and in preparation she decides to read all of the classic literature that she loves because she believes that the classic literature is the best way to surviving high school. And she goes around giving people advice based on the classic literature that she read throughout the summer, but things end up going wrong when she becomes interested in the guy that she told all of her friends to stay away from. I think that this is going to be another really cute rom-com. I'm also loving how this book is also about a book-loving main character, which is amazing because I think we need more of that in young adult literature. Why not have the main characters like reading? Because all of us like reading. And I'm very excited to get to this one because I have wanted to read it since I found out about it. So next I have a very exciting unboxing. I actually ordered this on a whim back in December as kind of a semester present to myself, and it is the Jennifer L. Armentrout fan box edition. I really don't remember the exact wording of the title, but it is for people who are fans of the Lux series as well as the Darkest Star series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. If you don't know what that series is about, it's basically about these aliens who live next door to this girl named Kat, and she kind of gets dragged into the whole politics of being an alien on Earth, where Earth doesn't know anything about these aliens. and it is a really, really good teen romance novel. The series is just incredible, and her as an author, I'll read literally anything she writes. So if you haven't checked her out yet, I highly suggest that you do. But let's get to unboxing this. The first thing I see is this. This is so funny. The first thing, which is actually really cool, is a lunchbox that says, "Does this lunch include grilled cheese?" which is a quote from the Darkest Star book. And it is amazing because I actually need a lunchbox. The one I have right now is way too bulky, and this is perfect. So I'm going to use this to bring my lunch to campus, and I am super excited. Next, we have a glass that says, "Cheers to the Holy Trinity of Hot Boys." And it also is the color of green in the bottom, which is the color of all of the aliens' eyes in the novel. This is perfect. I love it. It's so cute. And it's also really good quality, so I was not prepared for that, but it is a bonus. Next, we have this little necklace. Let me get it out of here. And it says, "Hey Kitten," which is just what the main love interest calls the main character, because her name is Kat, which is just super cute, and I am excited to wear this necklace in a lot of bookish pics, and this is just awesome. I love it. Next, we have some little socks that has a saying that says, "Like a snowflake, unique and pure." So these are just cute little ankle socks that I will definitely be wearing in the summer, and these are super cute. Oh my god, this is literally the best thing ever. So it is a t-shirt that says, "My blog is better than your vlog." And although I don't currently have a blog, I have been wanting this t-shirt for so long because it is the t-shirt the main character wears in the first scene, and it is constantly referenced back to throughout the entire Luxon series, and I am so happy I have this. I'm going to be wearing this all the time. You do not understand how excited I am to have this t-shirt. This box actually doesn't include any books because they assume that you're already big enough fans of the series to own your own copies. So instead, you actually get 4 custom signed book plates, all signed by the author, which you can stick in your book. It'll be great to stick these into my original copies just because I read them so much in high school, so it'll be nice to have them kind of unique and special. And finally, the big item in the box, which I knew we were getting, but I kind of forgot that we were getting it, so this is exciting. It is a blanket designed by Evie Seo, who is one of the biggest designers in young adult novels. Like, she designs so many things for book boxes, it's unbelievable. But this blanket is so soft and it's so beautiful. And the quote says, "There is nothing we can do other than live with the promise of tomorrow while knowing it may not come," which is a quote from The Darkest Star. This is what it looks like. It is very beautiful, and I am so excited to use this while reading. It's going to be amazing. So the next book box is also very exciting. It is an Indigo book box, so I'm getting a lot of things from Indigo today. This one I purchased myself. This is actually the Chain of Gold exclusive edition Indigo book box. I just knew I needed it in my life, so let's get into what's in the box. The first thing I see are the Shadowhunter exclusive magnet sets, and these all have different runes on them, which is amazing. These are really cute because they're very aesthetically pleasing, but also show that you're a book lover, and I love things like that. Next, we have a set of 3 notebooks by Megan Hess, and these notebooks are all kind of fashion themed. So we have New York, London, and Paris. One can never have enough notebooks, so this is going to be perfect for me. I will find some way to use these for sure. And to match the notebooks, I also have a sticky note collection by the same company. I also like to write notes in some of the books I read, so if I want to write something a bit longer, I will definitely use a sticky note instead of a tab, so these are perfect for reading. The rest of the stuff I believe is all more Chain of Gold themed. So first up, we have these amazing character cards of the Chain of Gold cast, which are going to be super helpful because I have been very confused about who is related to who and whatnot in the Chain of Gold book. So we have Cordelia Carstairs, Lucy Herondale, James Herondale, who is gorgeous, Matthew Fairchild, who is also gorgeous, Anna Lightwood, who I absolutely adore, and Thomas Lightwood. These are going to be perfect to include in Bookstagram pictures. They're also just really unique and exclusive, and I love collecting Shadowhunter paraphernalia, so this is amazing. Next, we have a very famous quote on a bookmark, and it says, "It was books that made me feel that perhaps I was not completely alone. Next, we have something very exclusive that I don't believe anyone else receives, but I'm not 100% sure. This is a letter written from Ragnarfell to Magnus Bane. It is supposed to be written during the time of Chain of Gold. I have yet to read it because I think I want to finish the book first before I read this in case of spoilers. It'll probably make me cry. I 100% think it will. So this is really exciting to have. Next, we have a very beautiful map of London during the time of Chain of Gold, which just is really amazing because it really helps me visualize while reading what's actually going on. It just kind of makes it seem more realistic when you can see how far everything is away from each other and that kind of stuff. So this is really cool. And finally, of course, we have the Chain of Gold book by Cassandra Clare, which is the collector's first edition. I'm so happy to have this in my hands. All right, so that's it for the unboxings. Now I'm going to get into the few books that I've collected over the past few weeks. The first of those being The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I actually started the audiobook of this from my library and didn't get to finish it before it was due, so I went out and bought my own physical copy because I was enjoying it so much. The Starless Sea is about a boy who goes into a library and checks out a book that's never been checked out before, and he starts reading it and then realizes that he has his own chapter in the story about something that no one else knows about. And so he kind of goes on a hunt to find out why his life would be included in this book that was written before he was even born. The writing in this is amazing. I hadn't read The Night Circus when I started this, and now that I've read even just a few chapters of this book, I definitely want to read The Night Circus when I'm done this. She writes very lyrically and everything just seems really well thought out and put together. This book is so expensive, but I was lucky enough to get it on sale at Chapters. The next three books I received from Harlequin Publishing, so thanks so much to Harlequin for sending me copies of 3 romance novels. The first one is The Secret Heir Seduction by Reese Ryan. I don't really like to read the summaries before going into these just because they're so short, but this one is Will He Risk Everything for a Reunion? Will She Give Him the Chance? So this is a second chance love story, and it is a Harlequin Desire novel. Harlequin kind of rates their books based on what you're kind of looking for, which makes it really easy to find books that you're interested in. And Harlequin Desire is luxury, scandal, desire. Welcome to the lives of the American elite. The next book is Revelations of a Secret Princess by Annie West, which is actually a US Today best-selling author, so she is quite popular for Harlequin. This one is about a princess in disguise, so if you're looking for something with that trope, I recommend checking out this one. And this is a Harlequin Presents novel. Harlequin Presents are escape to exotic locations where passion knows no bounds. And the last book that I was sent is a love-inspired inspirational romance novel, and it is called The Amish Teacher's Dilemma by Patricia Davids, who is also a US Today best-selling author. And this one, I believe, is about this woman who ends up falling in love with the boy next door and has to decide if she's going to stay in that town or move back and rejoin her family and their really traditional livelihood. And for people who are wondering, a Harlequin love-inspired book is uplifting stories of faith, forgiveness, and hope. So if you're interested in any of these books, I would recommend you check them out. They're all super short, and Harlequin has been leading the romance game for years, so if you haven't read a Harlequin romance novel yet, I highly suggest you do. My camera stopped filming, so I'm really hoping that it didn't cut off everything I just did. The next book I have, I'm super excited about. It is the new Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. This is the ARC copy. I actually won this copy off a Goodreads giveaway, and I didn't even know I won the giveaway, and then I got a copy from Simon & Schuster Canada, and I freaking flipped out because I could not believe that I got an ARC of this. It was amazing. I got to get a head start on this before the book even came out. I'm just so grateful for Simon & Schuster Canada for sending me this copy. I'm not going to explain what this is about because you probably already know. I am currently 300 pages in, and I am loving it so far. So if you do like the Shadowhunter series at all, I highly suggest you read this, although don't read this before Infernal Devices because it'll spoil everything. This was the best thing ever, and that's all I have to say. So that is everything I have to show you guys today for my unboxing and book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what book you recently purchased in the doobly-doo. I would love to know. Are there any books that I should try to get to right away out of the ones I showed you besides Chain of Gold? Because I'm already reading that. I will be finishing it very soon. Anyway, I'd love to discuss in the comments. Once again, you can follow me on my Twitter and my Instagram. I'll put both of them down below. Thanks so much for watching, and keep on reading, guys. Bye! My foot's asleep. I don't think I'm gonna be able to stand up. BookTube pro tip, if you have to take a picture with boxes, empty them first and then do the thumbnail. Makes it way easier.